Hello YouTube, Killer's Kills here, bringing you another old school Runescape video, and if you can't tell already, this video is going to be a Spiritual Warriors Slayer guide with Guthans. You're probably thinking, well, if you take your Zami item off you're going to die, but that's where I will show you you are wrong later on in the video. So I'm just going to give off all the information I know about Spiritual Warriors. So here is most of the information you need to know. This is a guide to kill just the Zamorak Spiritual Warriors, and they have a combat level of 115, hit points 100, Slayer level needed to kill them is 68. You receive 100 XP every time you kill one in Slayer. They are not aggressive, they are not poisonous, they are not immune to poison. They do use melee attack style, and their max hit is 11. This might sound like a lot, but they really don't hit it that often, to be honest with you, and their weakness is magic. Notable drops are Rune Longsword, Rune Kite Shield, Rune Halberd, and Hard Clue Scroll. I will now go on to the requirements and recommendations for this task. Don't be stunned by how many requirements there is, because a lot of them aren't really that hard to achieve. So you do require 68 Slayer, access to the God Wars dungeon, which means you need either 60 strength or agility. A rope if it's your first time to the God Wars dungeon. Please don't forget this, because if you do then you just have to run all the way back and it's a bit of an arse ache. Restore potions, people will say that's a recommendation, but you walk through this kind of snow you can see in the background here, and it affects your stats, it puts some of your stats down, so a restore potion I'd say is a requirement just to boost your stats back up to normal. Completed Trolled Stronghold would be, well, you have to do that to access the God Wars dungeon. Speak to the Dying Knight. This is a knight and he's literally dying, that's why he's called the Dying Knight. And it will give you this scroll, and then you've got to like complete what he tells you to do basically. I would show you that in the video, but because I've already done it I can't actually show you that. And a Zamorak and Saradomin item to prevent this Zamorak and Saradomin NPCs being aggressive on you. And recommendations: Egdar's Rouge for a quicker way to access the God Wars dungeon, 55 plus magic for high alch, and super sets such as super combat potions, or if you can't afford them you can use super strength, attack and defense. You don't really have to use the defense ones because you will be using Guthans, so you can just heal quite easily anyway. So yeah, I'll be back with the first route for people who might not have completed Egdar's Rouge. I know I said I was going to bring you the next part of this video where to show you the route if you haven't completed Egdar's Rouge, but this is the equipment I take. Yours might be similar, it might be different, but if it's your Slayer task you're obviously going to have your Slayer helm. It doesn't need to be imbued for this task, but just get it imbued anyway because it makes your mage and range tasks a lot quicker. Zami Cape is a must. Fury, if you can't afford a Fury then there's other options like Glory and Amulet of Strength. Your best weapon you want to use, because I'm training Slayer, I am going to be using the Dragon Scimitar. You can use the Abyssal Whip, and yeah, other weapons like the Sara Sword does work, obviously, because that is a Saradomin item. I also wear the Fighter Torso for the strength bonus and a Saradomin Kite to because this is my Saradomin item I use in the God Wars dungeon. Torag's Plate Legs just for the defense bonuses. Barrow's Gloves obviously for strength bonus, Dragon Boots for strength bonus, and Berserker Ring imbued for strength bonus. If you haven't got Barrow's Gloves then Combat Brace and other items like so work quite well. If you don't have a torso then Torag's Plate Body is also decent to use as it gives good defense bonuses. D-Legs, anything like alternate you can use pretty much. Just put on your best melee gear basically, and yeah, I will be back with the inventory requirements. This is my recommended inventory setup, and as this video is based around using Guthans, you will need your full Guthans set. I am using 3 super strengths and 3 super attack potions, and also a restore potion from when you have walk through the snow to restore your stats. I also have a Trollheim teleport for the people using the Egdar's Rood method. You will need this. The teleport is 2 laws and 2 fires, which you should have all your fires anyway because you are going to have your High Alch runes if you have your 55 mage. If you are using the Trolled Stronghold method, you will need a games necklace to go to Burthorpe Games Room. And I have brought some foods just in case, and a Dragon Defender because when I am in the Zami area I can switch this on and for the better strength bonus. So I will be back with the first method on how to get to Spiritual Warriors. So if you've not completed Egdar's Rouge, then this is what you need to follow. Basically, to get to Burthorpe Games Room you need a games necklace. That's the easiest way to get to the start of this black line you can see here. So basically, if you follow the black route all the way around to this big circle, past Dad, go through the next door and into the tunnel entrance, this is where the yellow bit comes in, and you will basically just walk through. There's only one way you can go through the tunnel, and then continue down the black route like so. And once you get to around this area, you want to put on Protect from range because there is trolls who throw rocks at you from above. And then once you reach the blue bit, lift the rock or use the agility shortcut, and then you'll become in the blue area where I've marked it blue. And the snow here, there's like falling snow and it affects your stats basically and puts like your stats down by 1 every 10 seconds or something like that. And also protect from melee at low defences because there are high leveled wolves in there and they can hit like 15s and stuff like that, so it is recommended to protect from melee. Now I will show you the way to get there if you have completed Egdar's Rouge with a Trollheim teleport. So if you are using the Egdar's Rouge method and teleporting to Trollheim, then I recommend you go onto your prayer book and Trollheim teleport. If you have 60 agility you should be able to do this method anyway, but I will show you the long way round as people might not have the agility level to use the shortcuts. So what you want to do is basically run all the way round these bits like so. It can be a bit awkward, but just keep clicking on this side until you've reached the bottom, basically like so, like I am doing now. Always have your camera facing north because then you don't get lost and all your peripherals aren't confused basically. So yeah, once you get to this little hole kind of bit here, like, you just walk off, and then you will need to put on Protect from missiles because the trolls will throw rocks at you because they're little buggers, let's say, just for the purpose of the video. And then you want to run up towards this little snow patch to the north like so, and then take your Protect from range off and either lift the boulder or use the agility shortcut. I always use the agility shortcut because it seems to be faster. Once you have entered the snow, as you can see from down here on my OS buddy, your stats will start to get drained. As I did mention before, if it is your first time, then you will need to speak to the Dying Knight, and you will also need a rope. These are requirements, so please don't forget them. As you see, there's the Dying Knight. Then basically what you want to do is just climb down into the God Wars dungeon, and once you are in here, drink your restore pot, and your stats will be back to normal. And you want to run straight north from basically where you drop down into the dungeon, and you will come across this broken ice bridge kind of thing, and you want to climb off it to get into the Zami area like so. Once you have got across, it will drain all your prayer points, but you don't need your prayer points here, to be honest with you. So what you want to do then is run to the east, and as you get further into the Zami area it does get darker on your screen, like you can see on mine it's getting darker now. And you want to run basically to this kind of area here where there's lots of warriors, as you can see. And I'm actually a higher combat level than these warriors now, so that's quite cool. And as you can see, there is plenty of spiritual warriors, and what you want to do is basically pot up and start attacking like so. Pow, pow. And I will just give you an example of me killing one, and they do drop like black, steel, mithril and adamant armor and weapons. Basically they're the things you want to be high alching, See, I just got a mithril axe. You might as well IOC it. It's worth more than a nature rune, so it's all profit. So yeah, basically what you don't do is just keep killing and keep killing and keep killing. And this is an example of me wielding my full Guthans with a Zami cape to show that all the Zami NPCs will not maul you. So basically what you want to do is just put on your Guthans like so, and as you can see, none of them are auto-attacking me. I have to go out and attack them to gain more kills, and this is very good way to kill spiritual warriors as a slayer task, as you can use Guthans, and obviously you don't have to use as much food this way. They don't hit too hard anyway, so you should be alright. And yeah, I'd just like to say thanks for watching. I hope this video has helped you. And oh, look at that rune kite on vid. Not bad. I hope this video has helped. If it has, please leave a like, comment below on improvements or anything I might have forgotten. But as always, thanks for watching, and goodbye my friends.